Hello my dear friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is your ADC Max. I hope everyone doing fine from your end. Please kindly take care of your health. In this class, we are going to start the new beginning. That is a new chapter. It is called Z transforms. Z transform is mainly used for discrete type systems. We have already seen that there are some more transformations like Laplace transform or Fourier transforms. Please go and watch the separate video playlist, Fourier transform and Laplace transform. But those two transforms is mainly used for continuous type systems. And also they are used to determine or to solve the differential equations, solving the integral equations, solving the simultaneous linear differential equations. Apart from that, by using the Fourier transform and Laplace transforms to evaluate the given indefinite integrals with the help of those transforms. But this is not meant for the continuous type, this is only meant for the discrete type. Particularly this Z transforms is mainly used in signals and systems. If you are reading, if you are studying under the circuit branches, if you are having some open elective subjects like signals and systems or digital image processing or digital signal processing, because nowadays all the communications are through the periodic functions. That's through the signals or can be transmitted via only the periodic functions. Once we have this type of communication signals, and how we are going to convert those things into the model. When we are going to come to the model, we have to see that what's the behavior of those communications models, and with the help of those models we can identify that the better output. We can easily study the behavior of the output, so we can make it the more and more precise, the better performance from the outputs. Yeah. So what's Z transforms? Z transform, here the input is the signals or sequences. F of n is maybe called as x of n, and under the Z transform is called x of z. So x of n means x of z, f of n means f of z, g of n means g of z. Now what is the exact definition? As I told you that this Z transform is mainly used for discrete. So if it's a continuous means we are accumulating by doing the integration. If it is a discrete, we can summing up all the possible values. So what's the Z transform of the sequence x of n? X of n. So whatever we have the sequence, and we can go for the summation over n equal to 0 to infinity x of n, and this is known as the kernel of the Z transform. This is known as the kernel of the Z transform. This kernel is completely depends upon the Z. So that's why the output is in terms of Z. So this kernel only will decide what will be the output. So this is another huge difference. Looks like the Laplace transform and the Fourier transforms. The inputs are in some kind of variable, but the outcome is in different variables. Right? So the input is x of n, the outcome is x of z. The input is x of n, so sequence, the outcome is the x of z, that is the z. So throughout this Z transforms, the series of lectures under this Z transform, please you can use some standard infinite series. Already we are familiar. Those were nothing but the binomial expansions, exponential series, and the logarithmic series. So these are the three standard set of formula or the infinite series what we are going to use throughout this Z transforms. Already you are familiar that the binomial expansions are valid only for mod x less than 1. Exponential series is for any value for x, and the logarithmic series once again lies between -1 to +1. So to see that 1 plus x whole power -1 means 1 plus x is 1 minus x plus x squared minus x cubed. So plus minus comes alternatively. So this is the nth term, this value for mod x less than 1. Suppose it is minus, this is also minus, then it comes everything is positive. And power -2, then it comes 1 minus 2x plus 3x squared minus 4x cubed, etc., etc. So the nth term is -1 whole power n, n plus 1 into x power n, and if it is a minus sign, minus minus becomes plus, so everything is positive terms. That's it. So all the four binomial expansions are valid. But here it is called the validity, means it is called the region of convergence. It is called the region of convergence. It is often called as the validity of the expansion. In the Z transform, as I told you, that this is only for the communications systems. When we are using the signals, and what's the coverage of the system? What's the coverage of the signals? So if you are sitting nearby the router, Wi-Fi router, you can get the full signal strength. If you are a little bit away from the router, so automatically you feel that the signal is weak. So this is called the convergence. This is called the region of convergence. So here, once again, it is called the validity. In this Z transform, it is renamed as a region of convergence. Yeah. Now, what's the exponential series? It's infinite series. Everything is infinite series, isn't it? Exponential function e power x 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x squared by 2 factorial terms. X power n by n factorial. This is true for any value for x. On logarithmic series, natural logarithm, 1 plus x is x minus x squared by 2. Minus. So plus minus alternatively. The denominator no factorial term. Power 2 means denominator 2. Power 3 means 3. 4 means 4. Generally n means n, but no factorial. Plus or minus. Right? And if I replace x by minus x, what we will get? This becomes minus x. This anyhow minus only because of even power. This becomes minus. This is already minus. So when you take the minus and outside, everything becomes positive. So that minus go to that side. This becomes minus of log 1 minus x. Minus log of 1 minus x is equal to x plus x squared by 2 plus x cubed by 3 plus x power 4 by 4. So there is no factorial term. The denominator is equal to the power of the variable. This comes under the logarithmic function. Plus or minus means log 1 plus x. Everything is plus means positive series. This is called minus log of 1 minus x. Suppose we have the factorial terms under the denominator with the equal powers of x. So 2 means 2, 3 means 3, n means n. The factorial function, this comes under exponential series. All are the standard infinite series that we are going to use under this Z transform to derive the various results, standard results under the Z transforms. Please kindly go to watch the standard results in Z transforms so that you can understand the real use of these standard infinite series. So thank you so much for watching our YouTube channel. Please kindly subscribe our YouTube channel ADC Max. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.